Let's take a look at some of the amendments that was made yesterday at the National Assembly, which include that election notice by INEC reduced from 360 days to 180 days to 300 days. And there are strong indications that elections might hold earlier, probably January, so that it avoids clashing with the Ramadan period for the Muslim faithfuls. Now, how do you think that it is feasible, even if the National Assembly reverses itself and say, okay, let's implement this mandatory transmission of results? Do you think that with all these changes, it's achievable given the short period of time?
We already have the infrastructure. We have the beavers. It's an infrastructure. All you need to do, I did some level of computer science, is to update the software if there's necessary. But we have the infrastructure in place. And for the reduction of time, I think the National Assembly are too hasty and in coming to a conclusion about this. Because over the years, as Secretary of the Interparty Advisory Council since 2013 and all the committees that we have participated in, we have looked at how to make sure you give INEC enough time to be able to prepare for election. You give them enough time because election date, from the date INEC announced a date, election has commenced. It's not on the election day. From the day announcement was made, election has commenced because election is a pre, during, and post phases. So what you now have is that you are going to compress this time, and the implication is that it's going to put enough pressure on the commission, and there'll be ample of mistakes to be made. And for us to look at how will INEC do this election, do a reverse logistic approach in bringing back all those equipment that are taken off, and then go to conduct state and governorship election. So we need INEC for them to understand. They have also done some, like they say, they will remove national ID card and this thing from members, those who are wanting to register as voters. So you now have to use international passport, certificate of your certificate of birth, to be able to remove aliens that comes to that's commendable. That is commendable. But they have also reduced for candidates to be submitted by political party from 180 days to 120 days. They know the kind of the burden that comes from political party to organize their primaries, to put their document together in all the federal constituencies, in all the state assemblies, and the governorship present to submit this document. You can't reduce. When these provisions were done, they were done because they are looking at the allowance that will allow people to do something without hastiness and without the rush to undermine the election. Because if you look at from EC9 and from EC9B, it takes a lot of time for candidates to fill them and to bring back and process by political party. So the National Assembly must look at these laws that they are making and look that it will not be about self-preservation, about self-protection, but about the collective good of our people.
I like this conversation where you bring